StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as J Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 475. Easy for me to say. How have you been?
Doing okay. Trying to just get back into the swing of things for the week. And I think I took the last two Fridays off, so it's a first full week back. So I don't know. It's going all right. I think although the our workplace ran out of the light roast coffee recently. So I'm a little bummed about that.
Is there some on back order?
I'm not in charge of that. I just know that it's not there anymore.
Womp womp. Yeah. I was going to mention before we moved on that one of those was to celebrate your birthday. So happy
Yes,
belated birthday.
thank
I
you.
hope you had lots of cake or yarn cakes or whatever would make the day great for you. But yeah, at I had people using the same words around me, which is like, was this like part of pop culture that I didn't know about? But when we were in Las Vegas at Google Cloud Next, I think I had like three separate people say there was this disturbing lack of coffee. And I was like, I swear, like somebody just said that to me in those exact words. Like there was a disturbing lack of coffee. But I know, like, I mean, and we're just dealing with like, Rochester Hotel, right? Like those cisterns of like coffee are incredibly expensive. So I don't know if like Google was like, we're not going to buy $30,000 worth of or 30,000 people's worth of coffee. Think you're just going to have to get out there and get the coffee when it's available at random times, so that you have to. And again, I don't know, kind of feel like maybe it's a conspiracy with big coffee because there's a lot of people selling coffee. There's no coffee in the
Could be.
rooms. There's no coffee. Like it's just a lot of coffee consumerism in in Vegas. So
It's
yeah, disturbing lack.
interesting. It's interesting. There was a small world moment when I yesterday a former office mate of yours mentioned that you ran into somebody like at Google Next.
Yeah.
Like it just seems like such a small world that
Yeah, no, I was walking along with some of my current coworkers, right? We were catching a lift to go somewhere for supper, and I ran into two of my probably not the one you're talking, a couple of other ex-colleagues. And I was like, I'm sorry, we have to go catch this lift. But it was so great seeing you. And then my current colleagues were like, do you see these people in Rochester? It's like, no, no, I do not. I have to go to a huge event run in out of a Las Vegas conference center to run into my ex-colleagues. There was just a lot of really funny things this year that really resonated with me. There were some men that were really upset about the bathroom situation.
oh, okay,
Like
yep.
that there were long lines for the bathrooms, and I was like, my bathroom is
Uno
a ghost
reverse.
land.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting, right? Like, oh,
Mhm.
you now understand the bathroom sitch. Also, like, you also understand the distribution of people that are here.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun to be in Vegas. I think my legs are telling me that, hey, you should probably walk and sit a little bit less. They enjoyed. I think on the lowest day, I had like 10 miles that I had walked. And
Wow.
that was like taking the tram in between where I was staying and the conference center. A couple people pointed out that I was cheating because I had run in the morning. But I was like, I earned those miles.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, we can get into it in favorite things as well. But I would definitely say if you're in Las Vegas and you want to get a little bit off the strip, one of my colleagues took us to the Pinball Hall of Fame. It was
Ooh.
so much fun. Yeah. Like huge Vegas sign for it, but like just warehouse full of pinball machines. Some of them, like the more recent ones, were like 4 quarters. Some of the more older ones were like 1 quarter. I spent a good bit of time on the 2 quarters Space Jam, Michael Jordan version. There was also a Foo Fighters pinball.
Ooh,
I know, right?
so they're
We got
all
there
playable?
fairly late, and I was like bummed when they came on the loudspeaker and were like, please wrap up your games because we close at 9 p.m. And I was like, this is what I want to be doing. Not going back to the casino and watching people play blackjack and craps and whatever, like pinball.
The original
So,
gambling,
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. Definitely seek it out if you're in Vegas and are of the pinball wizard ilk. So yeah, very
Pinball
fun.
is always universally fun. I can't imagine not enjoying it, but maybe there are a few people that
We
don't.
had somebody with us that had never played pinball before, so we
Oh,
had like
okay.
that pinball virginity, right? And she was like, "I like
Yeah, this thing
pinball."
moves real fast, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what I remember from being a newbie is like you're like, oh, and it's gone, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, also like some of the newer games, right? Like you're playing with like 4 balls. Like they're like an extra ball, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got 2 balls. Oh, now I've got 3 balls. Oh, I've got 4 balls. That makes it very interesting as well. So
Hmm.
anyway, that's a favorite thing a little early in our chit chat. Let's get to Administrati. We
Yes.
definitely have some exciting and fun things going on in the craft along. So I drew for our Q1 winners. I've got 3 yarns here and 2 winners. So yeah, first come, first serve. The I have got 2 different colorways of the Magpie Fiber Society Swanky DK. This is Society number 39, and this is Society number 20 or 41, sorry. So both relatively new, although you could go old new.
Hmm.
You definitely be getting it from somebody else, so it would be inspired slash borrowed. And this one's kind of got some hints of blue. So we'll go with that as on theme. And then the third option is from Woolens and Nosh, her lovely self-striper on the Targi base with a fun little sidekick. This is the fall cozy kit. So tea, books, candles, flannel, wool socks. So make your own wool socks. Really love that. Red and I mean, in addition to kind of being autumnal, I think it could take on a little bit of a Christmas flair as well with some of that red
Hmm.
and pink um, in there.
Gingerbread,
So what? Yeah, gingerbread.
gingerbread.
Exactly. Exactly. No gingerbread smell infused, but I do like the smell of her wool wash or whatever she finishes with. Um, I sniff skeins. Yes, I sniffed your skein if you picked it. Sorry. Um, so yes, our 2 winners are Gail and Kristen. They had some very lovely entries into our into it. So that's G or JGTCK and Knit and Kristen. Please reach out to me and let me know. It's first come, first serve on who gets what. But again, got 3 prizes and 2 winners. And so yeah, please do, and congratulations, lucky you. Craft your own luck, craft along, and then got the Q2 challenges out there, which are lucky talismans.
Mhm.
And so we've got the clover and the horseshoe, which if you're participating in our ZK KAL, very similar, right? Like you can do a motif, you could do a stuffy, you could do lace or cables for those 2. Then we also have rabbit. I decided not to put rabbit foot. Some people do put rabbit feet, but rabbit. So that's Angora or a fiber like alpaca or mohair, something fuzzy,
Mhm.
rabbity, furry, as well as rabbit motifs, as well as like rabbit stuffies, right? I'm
Mhm.
thinking of some really cute stuffies that Barrett Woolco has
Mhm.
that are rabbits. And then the last one is the lucky hand. So the imagery, I believe it's like the Hamsa hand. I'm probably
Mhm.
butchering that, but it's like the protections and blessing in Jewish and Islamic and Middle Eastern traditions, hand of Fatima or hand of Miriam, the Hamza hand.
Mhm.
So yeah, you could knit with hand spun. You could knit with something that has a hand motif on it, similar to the other ones, or you could knit something for your hands, like a mitten or mitt, which I know, like you, Amy, and I both have something from Q1 that was hand related, right? So,
Mhm.
yeah, as this Crafting Along builds, it's a little easier to be able to, if you haven't already used it for a category. And have made something to include it. And again, I apologize for the delay in getting those out there, but the form is all set up, as is the dashboard. And go out there and get your entries in as you are able to tick and tie them to one of those categories.
I feel like I'm um, getting and losing light here, but yeah,
It's a cloudy-esque day
yeah,
here today. Yeah.
yeah. It's like, oh, look, I'm bright. Oh, goodness, I'm in shadow.
Well, it doesn't help that I'm like super bright right now.
Yeah,
So yeah,
you are.
relative
Woo,
in your face. Yeah.
absolutely.
So yeah,
No, I'm
thank
excited
you
for
to all
that.
those folks that joined us, and again to the lucky winners. And yeah, let's get some more luck out there.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
on to our favorite things. Something related to the retreat, which is good and sad, is that we've reached capacity. So we're going to be putting our wait list out there. So it's always bittersweet when we reach that point for the retreat. But if you are interested, we do have people who cancel, so you can put your name on the wait list when available, and it'll be public, right? It'll be listed in order, so you'll be able to see your name move up on the list. And I'm just trying to think if there was anything else
Yeah,
we have.
agreed. It's I love that so many people plan to attend. I'm thankful for those that make plans early on. Understand that sometimes people find out late or are like, oh, my friend is going and I would like to go. We love having that ability for people to be able to jump in, but we also have to be able to plan things like swag and event space and other items. And so, yeah, it's as you said, bittersweet. So happy that we've got so many people joining us. But yeah, hopefully, I think in years past, when we've had to have a wait list, we've always been able to at least offer folks a spot by the time we get to the end. Again, can take on last minute vibes, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, if you're local-ish or willing to plan to travel, that often spots do open up, as you said.
Yep. So anyway, so that's to say that we're doing the swag planning and getting that. So just going through our ideas, that's also making me happy. But recently, I has celebrated my birthday. So I did go to Stillwater with my good friend Karen. So we started the day doing a little bit of window shopping and then headed to lunch. We went to the Lolo. Lolo is gluten free. So it works for both Karen and I. And it was really delicious. It was about the perfect amount of food. The drink was really good. It was called the Justin Timber Snake. Um, all of
Okay.
their all of their drink items were kind of punny and had like a really fun little like pop culture story to them. So I would recommend going to Lolo's in Stillwater. And then as we were window shopping, there was like a Nordic store that had all of things from Nordic countries. I found a really lovely perfume there and bought that for my birthday. And then on our way back, we saw a Sota store. So it is about Minnesota, like all things Minnesota.
Hmm.
And that was kind of a fun, browsy store. It's got all the little like joke kind of. We saw something called phony baloney, and it was post-it notes that were in the shape of bologna and looked like little slices of bologna. Um, yeah, just a silly thing. All the punny things.
Hmm.
Something that I bought there was the laser eye loon. They had that printed on a pint glass, and so those that are local to Minnesota know that when we were picking our new flag, one of them that got high votes was a laser eye loon. So it was a loon with lasers coming out of its eyes. Whatever, it was funny. And so they decided to put it on a cup. I couldn't resist.
I mean,
Um,
you let the public vote and submit things, and you get things like Bodie McBoatface, right? Yeah.
yes, yes, right. So we have a laser eye loon that a lot of people really, really disappointed when it finally dropped out of the red
But now you can get it
merch.
on things. Yeah.
So I got that and a coaster. But yeah, just really cool little shop. And then made our way back to Darn It anyway. And if you're part of their newsletter, you can sign up for their birthday newsletters. So each month they have a birthday day, but then you're given a coupon for your birthday. So I couldn't not get something while I was there. So I set a room of my own Susan Crawford collection. So this is like a British wool. And I
Mm.
got enough to do one of those really cute Sam Garren tops. Um, and this is really blown out, surprising. So this is more of a maroon than
Ah.
this red. I don't know what's going on here with my camera this time, but this is definitely a more subtle, muted maroon than this red.
Mm.
And then, so that was kind of my retail purchase, I
What
guess.
kind of
And then
wool did you say it was? You
it
said it
was
was a British
It's
wool.
British wool.
Oh, it's just that's just what they call it, British wool.
Yeah, 100% British wool.
Okay,
There's
cool.
nothing else on the tag.
Okay. Didn't know if there was like a Masham or yeah, any sort
Yeah.
of. Oh, cool.
They just wanted to tell you it's local to Britain, I guess.
Yep, yep.
So, and then it does feel like a more rustic blend. It's not a merino, straight merino anyway. It could be a blend of something in there, but like I said, it just says
But it's
British wool.
British.
Yeah, it's British, 100% British. So, um, I was just looking for something different.
Yeah, yeah. No, I totally, you'll see it in my favorite things too. So, yeah.
Okay. And then I rescued this. It's a like a super chunky skein that was in their sale bin for $6. Beautiful. And it's a Cormo. Oh, it's a BAM hat. BAM hat. For $6, I could not, let it stay there. This beautiful honey color, and I'm excited to put that into a BAM hat. So
Excellent.
so
Beautiful.
that would be just a little thing that hopped in at the last second there. But yeah, it was a great day overall. We actually did climb those stairs at the end of the day as
Yeah.
well. So yeah, it was great.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. From my travels, I was in Portland and Miss Alicia took me to the Starlight Knitting shop, and they had recently had, oh, now I'm going to forget, like the Portland's Yarn Festival, like kind of Rose City Yarn Crawl.
Okay.
Sorry, details. They're important, but also forgettable when you weren't there. And they had this Tumalo fiber from Bend, Oregon, in their local section, and it is 40% Cormo, 40% BFL. 20% silk. So like a
Ooh.
very unique base. And she said that they have it milled specifically for them. And so I kind of lost my ever loving mind. They had this beautiful crocus colorway that they
Oh
only had
wow.
two of. And then this is Grandpa's cardigan. No, Grandpa's sweater. And they had a metric ton of this. And so Ellie is getting a sweater because she was there helping me as my yarn concierge. Um, Ellie is getting a sweater. I bought enough of these that she'll get a sweater, and then I'll mix this purple with the remainders to make a sweater for me.
Okay.
And so yeah, it's a sport weight, 2 ply. And yeah, like everything has like it's the label is so detailed. Alicia pointed that out, but like the BFL is from the UK, the Cormo is from South America, the mulberry silk is imported and milled in the UK. And the Cormo brings bounce and fluff, and the BFL provides luster, and the long staple length adds durability, and the crimp brings some spring, and then the silk gives it a touch of shimmer.
Mm.
So yeah, super love that, and it was like the perfect thing, especially from Oregon, to bring home
Mhm.
from the Starlight. And I don't know what I'm going to make Ellie, but it will be lovely and blue, her favorite colors, and we'll remember Portland. So
Very cool. Yeah.
yes. There were a lot of other things that I picked up and hemmed and hawed about. Ellie and Alicia would both tell you. But this was the one that I could not go home with. And then yes, the February Woolith Fair inspiration was Veruca Salt, this album cover. I was very excited when I saw it. Woo! Yeah, that one, this is blowing out my camera.
Mhm.
But so the album inspiration art is here, and then you get a little album stitch marker from Veruca Salt, and then just love it so much. Super bright, super lovely from Fangirl Fibers. So yeah, that came, I believe, while I was on my travels and was waiting at home for me. I particularly love this bit right there.
Nice. Very
The
pretty.
purple and the blue speckle in amongst the super bright pink and red.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I think I've got another one that I haven't opened yet. I'm saving it for a Friday or a whatever.
Pick me up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So March is sitting unopened, but super excited about that one as well. Again, Fiona Apple. I'm trying to
Oh,
manifest it. One of her many 90s albums. But yeah, lots of favorite things, lots going on in our worlds. I will again be traveling next week, so we'll have to figure out whether or not we can we can podcast next week. But yeah, stay tuned, and thanks for joining us.
I did have one more favorite thing.
Okay, awesome.
eBay.
Okay.
I'm knitting with some very, very, very old yarn from my stash.
Okay.
I don't even remember when I bought it. Um, but it was only 7 skeins of 50 gram. And I wanted to make a short sleeve sweater, and I thought I was going to have enough. But as I was knitting, I got through ball one and measured, and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
this might not be enough. So I headed out to eBay and found the color and the dye lot
Oh,
and got 3 additional balls sent to me. So I was so super thrilled. Now, the only downside is that the listing was a half truth, or I did not read it fully because not all 3 balls were of that dye lot. So,
oh,
but there's 2 of those, so I'm gonna probably put those on the sleeve
hmm.
so that they're not in the body with the rest
Yep.
of that dye lot. And it looks pretty close to the naked eye, but I know it's going to be a line as soon as I put it in. It's going to be a line somewhere. So
Yeah.
it was kind of a good and a bad. Like I was so excited to get the exact dye lot and hit send or put in a bid, got it accepted, and when I received it, I was like, oh, not all 3 were the same dye lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my dye lot was in there as one of the 3. So,
Yeah. I mean, you're ribbing or slash hem.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah. Yeah.
It will be done because now I have 10 balls of that yarn and it is enough to make that sweater. But anyway, that was another like, oh yes, I am so glad that the ability to kind of search out and find this older yarn in a dye lot that probably hasn't been produced in at least 10 years,
Yeah, that's pretty
or
amazing.
15 or whatever. It was long gone, as I was saying. It's been marinating in the stash super long.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
that's amazing. I would not expect that even with as much stuff that is online, right? That somebody
yeah,
would
and
have
I
it on
even
eBay.
had a few like Ravelry questions like, "Oh, it looks like you have some of this. Are you willing to sell it even though you didn't say you wanted to?" Um, but I haven't heard back from any of those people. But when I went to eBay and I found that, I was like, "Oh, good, they are selling, right? It's on eBay."
Yeah.
So went in and grabbed some, and it was kind of a, like I said, happy and a little sad, right? It's the same color, and it's only two to three dye lots away from the original. So it's not like one that was produced like 5 years in the future or anything. It's very close to the same production. Um, but yeah. And again, it came from Arizona. I'm like, how is the dye lot that I bought in Minnesota? So in Arizona, whatever. It's magic.
Yarn. Yeah, it's a tangled web of commerce.
Bye.
I have to. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.